I want to do some impromptu because I definitely want to add as much value to Market Monday's audience as possible because you guys been extremely loyal. So somebody had asked, I read comments a lot, and somebody had asked some questions about retirement planning. So it's end of the year, so I think it might be a good time to kind of go over that.
That'd be great.
So yeah, maybe we can go over the 12 different type of retirement plans for individuals and business owners quickly. So 401k plan is something that everybody probably is familiar with. That is for-profit businesses. You can actually contribute up to $23,000 a year if you are an employee, an additional $7,500 if you are over 50. So that's 30,500. So benefit with the 401k, you put money in, it lowers your taxable income, save money on taxes. You take it out when you're 59 and a half without avoiding a penalty. If you work in a school or a hospital, you might have what's called a 403B plan. Same type deal. Same rules apply, but that is for the nonprofit world, but it still allows you to actually put money in. And then with these 401k plans and the 403B sometimes as well, they give you a Roth option. We'll talk about that later. But 457 plan is for government employees. So they're all in the fours. I don't know why the IRS coded it like that, but the 401k for profit, 403B for nonprofit, 457 for government entities. And then the IRA is for individual people that want to put money away. If you have a business or if you don't have a 401k, you can open up an IRA. Anybody can open up an IRA. You can do it yourself. You can work with a financial advisor. You could put up to $7,000 in that, an additional $1,000 to bring it to $8,000 if you're over 50. And then you have a Roth IRA option also, which the Roth, you don't pay taxes when you take the money out, but you don't get a tax deduction when you put the money in. Now, for business owners, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. Simple IRA allows you to put $16,000 in and an additional $3,500 if you're over 50, but the employer must match an employee contribution dollar for dollar up to 3%. So as a business owner, your number one thing as a business owner is how to save money, right? And one of the best ways to save money is to implement a retirement plan. And you kind of kill two birds with one stone because you're lowering your tax liability, but you're also putting yourself in a position to actually have more money down the line, right? So it's like you can just buy a computer and that's a tax deduction, but you're not really getting that money back, right?
Yeah.
It's something that is beneficial for you. But when you put money into a retirement plan, that's like you're saving money as far as it's lowering it. And that's how, when they say you're saving money, that's what that means, right? It's lowering your tax liability. But you're also going to be getting that money back because it's money that's invested. So it's not like you just bought something. You're investing the money as well, right? Solo 401k is like a 401k, but it's for an entrepreneur. So it's just one person, right? And then you have a pension plan, defined benefit. That's a little bit more complicated. Mike, you can split the screen. And that allows you could actually put up to $270,000 in the pension plan. So that's obviously a lot more than a regular retirement account, right? And that's one of the benefits. Like we always say, the tax code was not made for employees. It was made for entrepreneurs and investors, right? So you see, okay, now as an employee, the most you could put in is $23,000 with the 401k, but if you're a business owner, you can put, depending on how your business is set up, you can put up $270,000 away. That, 10 times? That's like 10 times difference. Profit sharing plan. You could put up to $66,000 into that. Cash balance plan. That's a little bit more complicated. There's not really a set amount. That depends on how much money your business is actually bringing in. Then you have the thrift savings plan, which a lot of teachers have that also, better known as a TSP. And that's kind of like the 401k where you could put up to $23,000 a year as well. Yeah, so please consult with a tax advisor, CPA, to know your options. But a lot of times you're leaving money on the table, especially if you're a business owner, because you're not you might not even be aware that you can do a pension plan, right? And you think that, okay, the most I can put in is to a 401k, but you can do a 401k and you can do a pension plan. So you might be putting away $23,000 and you think, okay, that's great, but you still might be paying $300,000 in taxes. Well, if you put away another $100,000 into a retirement plan, now that might cut your tax liability by $80,000. That makes a real difference, right? And for the regular employee, you might be funding your 401k at minimal levels, right? This is a way to actually, put more money into it. So, vitally important when you talk about investing, because we talk about retail investing on the brokerage side most of the time, but there are other ways to invest, and you can invest that money, and most of the time it's different funds. Sometimes they let you invest in individual stocks, but most of the time it's like different funds, index funds, ETF, stuff like that. But it's important because, like I said, that makes a real difference as far as paying $150,000 in taxes as opposed to paying $50,000 in taxes, right? That $100,000, not only are you saving $100,000, but the opportunity cost, that $100,000 could potentially grow into $1 million. So you actually lost $1 million by not taking advantage of something that is here, it's designed for you. But like I said, that's kind of complicated. You got like 12 different options, right? So if you're not educated and your CPA is not educated, then you might not even be fully taking advantage of ways to max out your retirement to save money on your taxes.
That's a great list. Value from the highest level and from a celebrity.
Quasi.
Talk to celebrities.
Man.
12 ways. Clip them up.
Sounds like you do this for a living.
Yeah. That was a great list. I mean, and the way inflation is going, I mean, I know that the axiom used to be, hey, build a business. That's the best way to wealth. But it's like you have to invest the money inside of the business to help grow. Because the way inflation is going, you don't know what the market is going to be like in 15 years. Like, imagine being an entrepreneur in 2008, 2009, 2010, and seeing these valuations and home prices go up and commercial buildings go up. Like, if you're not having that money work for you, Lord forbid, if the business goes under, at least you'll still be making some money from the returns that you're getting out of one of these plans.
That's a fact.
Fact.